Hey, boss. Hey. Yeah. It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Are you up for a challenge? What I want to do is to talk to you about getting back on track and back to business. So, if you're up for the challenge, check in because we've got 7 days of amazing to have some fun. Yay! I see you guys are coming on in. Hello, 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 hello. I don't have my eyes on just yet. So come on into the virtual building for the next couple of days, for 7 days to be exact. I'm going to jump on here as part of my Get Back on Track and Back to Business 7-day challenge. Essentially, my goal is just to come on here and share some things that you guys can do to really reset and get intentional. If you have been feeling distracted, you've been feeling like there are delays and all the things, and you're trying to really just kind of align yourself back with your assignment, right? Get in alignment with your God-given assignment. So for those of you who are catching me live or on the replay side, just say hello, hello, hello. Let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. And of course, if you are excited, hearts are ready. Thank you for the hearts and the love. If you are excited about getting back on track right now, drop into the comment box for me GBOT so that I can see. Awesome. So let's do it. Every day, what I'm going to do is actually jump on here and share something that you can intentionally do to move forward. Okay. Now, today, when it comes to the Get Back on Track conversation, what we're going to do is talk about getting Black Friday ready. As far as I'm concerned, this time of year is the biggest holiday season of the year. It's coming up very, very soon, right? So you want to get ready for your holiday sales goals, your end of year goals, and even thinking about your new year too, right? What are you planning to do to prepare for the new year, right? All of those things I want you to think about starting right here. So, day one of the Get Back on Track 7-day challenge is me checking in with y'all every day for the next 7 days around 7 p.m. EST my time, right? I'm a little late today, but hopefully on time. I'm a little late today, but on time in some way. And then, of course, every day that we have these conversations, sharing one practical strategy. So, day number one, our conversation is all about how to get Black Friday ready. Okay. So, what does that mean? I want you to think about the following. What goals would you like to accomplish for your end of year holiday sales or perhaps new year goals? Okay. What are some things that you want to accomplish? First thing you want to do is take a mental note, but of course, start to write those things down for yourself. You know, I find that we kind of say, okay, I want to do something, I want to do something. And then all of a sudden the days turn into weeks, turn into months. And then all of a sudden we're at that holiday season and you've got this rush energy of like, oh my God, where did the time go? I've got so much to do, right? So the first thing that I actually want you to do is something that I'm teaching my mentees right now inside of my Get Black Friday Ready 100-day experience. We've been doing this for a couple of weeks now. Every time I check in with them, I say, listen, I want you to think about those core days in the holiday sales season that matter to you. Could be Black Friday, could be Small Business Saturday, could be Cyber Monday, could be Thanksgiving, could be Christmas. Maybe it's another day, a brand specific day that you know that you want to drop some sales on that particular day, right? Or Cyber Monday, or a special interest holiday that matters to you in your business, right? Whatever that day is, I want you to put that date into Google, right? Because Google will tell you, baby girl, you got 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, 2 days until that date. Right. So a lot of times I'll say to my clients, I want you to put in how many days until Black Friday, right? Y'all could do that right now and see intentionally where you are from this point and how much time you've got to really get your ish together. Okay. So the first part of today is to think about getting back on track. Today, we're focused on getting Black Friday ready. First part of that conversation, what goals do you want to set for yourself, right? What goals do you want to set for yourself? And How long do you have to prepare when it comes to either your holiday sales, specific dates, or maybe you want to know how many days until the end of the year, the last day of the year, the new year, so that you can start to really intentionally make the most of your time. One of my favorite quotes is, you can run your day or let your day run you. And boo, when you're not intentional, when you don't put the dates in some sort of a book so that you can intentionally, strategically work towards those scheduled deadlines, look, you fall short and you fall off, right? It happens. It happens to the best of us. So we want to make sure that we are intentionally setting deadlines and being very clear about what, when, where, and how we're going to make these goals happen. Okay. So that's the first thing that I want to say as far as my session for today. Now, I see y'all in here. So let me check the chat. I see some comments. Hey, Sabrina, greetings, GBOT to the 10th power. I love it. I love it. I love it. Create a marketing plan. Yes, you want to work on creating a marketing plan to attract referrals and generate consistent daily residual income. I have created a calendar with 90 days alarms to plan and prepare. See, you already know. You already know. Ms. Robinson is in the building and she already knows what she needs to do to intentionally prepare for her end of the year holiday sales, all the goodies, right? You've been working on it. You've got your 90-day plan in effect, which is awesome. I just want to be able to jump on here for the next couple of days to motivate, direct, and inspire y'all as far as things that you can do, okay? By the way, I'm going to be tracking these days for you. So if you miss anything and if I share any resources, I'm going to put them up on a page called sistasense.com/GBOT for Get Back on Track. Okay. So as I check in with you guys every day, if there's anything that I share with you, it's going to be on that page, Get Back on Track page on my website, sistasense.com, sistasense.com/GBOT. Now, let's talk about something I call the 100 challenge. If you know it, awesome. If you don't, you're in for a treat. A lot of times we talk about goal setting and we talk about productivity, and it sounds so great in theory, but very difficult in practice, right? It's like, okay, so what exactly should I be doing right now? I have something called my 100 challenge. And when it comes to strategically and intentionally moving forward, right? Love that Sabrina talked about her 90-day plan, right? Working on residual income, working on referrals, getting very, very specific. There are 3 P's in particular that I talk about working towards as an entrepreneur. If you're there, wonderful. If not, you should be working on trying to get there. Number 1, P, your profit. You want to work on making at least $100 a day in sales. So you're working towards getting on average anywhere between 3 to 5K a month. Okay. You know, $100 a day for 30 days, that's 3K, right? So you need to be able to, just like a brick and mortar business, have daily goals for yourself as far as your revenue is concerned. So P number 1 is your profit, working towards at least $100, averaging that on a day-by-day basis. If you're there, yay. If not, that's somewhere you can start thinking about this 100 method conversation that I'm sharing with you now. Number 1. Number 2, when it comes to working towards that goal, you got to think about people, right? Can't make profit without people, right? So if you're intentionally marketing yourself online and putting yourself out there, one of my 100P challenges is to work towards reaching at least 100 people a day. Okay. And that can mean different things. You can do this in many different ways. It could be manual, like right now, I'm on a live stream with you guys. It could be not so much that you're going live, but maybe you're putting up videos on Facebook, on Reels, on TikTok, on YouTube. Maybe you're blogging and people are reading your blog or listening to your podcast. Maybe you are sending out emails, whether they be manual or through automation. Proactively reaching people on a consistent basis is going to help you with your conversions, right? Because if you ain't converting, I know you hurting. So, how do you work on your conversions? Work on putting enough content out there so you're strengthening your digital footprint and reaching at least 100 people a day. That's P number 2. I share that with you as far as the 100 challenge. And P number 3 for me is your products. See, I blanked for a second. I'm like, right? Working on your profit. We did that. Working on your, why am I blanking? It's not posts. Pieces. There we go. I knew it wasn't posts. Working on your next 100 pieces of content. There we go. Content is king when it comes to marketing yourself online, right? So unless you plan on putting thousands of dollars into or millions of dollars into advertising, you got to work on your content marketing efforts. So working on, for some of y'all, you're just starting. So your first 100 pieces of content or your next 100 pieces of content is something that you can intentionally do to work on your revenue and your sales goals. I was blanking for a minute because I was like, post. I was like, no, that's not the P. That's not the P. So 1, 2, 3, work on your number 1, your profit. Number 2, your pages. I'm sorry, not your pages, but your people. And then number 3, your pieces. So $100 a day in profit, reaching at least 100 people a day, and working towards your first or your next set of 100 pieces of content. So you know that you are intentionally putting stuff out there to attract potential customers and to keep your existing people in the loop, right? You want to work on that intentionally. Okay, so those are 3 P's that you should be thinking about. As I am talking about getting Black Friday ready, I always also talk about a couple of things as far as not just your profits, your people, and your pieces of content, but also thinking about your products and your pages. Okay. So, in order for you to make a profit, what products are you either going to bring back out again, or do you want to work on releasing in the next couple of weeks or months, right? Depending upon when you have set these deadlines for yourself, your holiday sales, your end of year sales, and your new year sales, right? So what deadlines are you setting for yourself right now? And what products are you going to be producing and putting out there so that you can bring in the profit, right? That's something for you to think about and work on. The next thing for you to think about is pages, because ultimately people aren't going to purchase from you if they can't go to a page to see the products and buy them, right? Now, I know that sounds like common sense, but baby, common sense is not common, okay? And there are a lot of people who they got all of these great products in their mind, 99.9% done in pieces on random pages, but not quite ready, like connected to a payment processor, ready for people to purchase. And I know somebody go, ooh, girl, you hitting a nerve, because it happens. I'm a web designer. I know it. I see it. People come to me and they're like, LaShonda, I've been sitting on this product forever. I need to put it out. So you have to work on scheduling and setting up your products, but then making sure that your pages are put together so people can purchase, right? So your products, your pages, your people, your profit, your people, your pieces of content, those are the P's, or rather some of the P's that I strategically and intentionally talk about on a regular basis. That's what I do when it comes to practically working on goals, right? The 100 challenge. So let me see. I see a few things in the chat. Let me put my eyes back on. Put my eyes back on real quick. Truly enjoy your lives. You are a motivating queen. What do you recommend as far as time management and prioritizing? I am the team, but I'm tired, boss. That's a good question. Should we start with our website for marketing and advertising? All really great questions. So let me give you a couple of answers there, right? Wait, child. I was saying 500 a day. Was that too much? Oh, wow, really great thoughts. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack. Let me start with $500 a day and then keep it going from there. Really and truly, your revenue goal is supposed to be real. It's supposed to be real. I have an acronym and it's called GROW, right? GRO. GRO for me stands for get rich online. We entrepreneurs, we try to make that money, honey. We try to GRO, get rich online, but not just rich monetarily. We want to be able to have the freedom and flexibility to live the life we want, right? So a rich lifestyle, whatever that means for you, right? In order for you to get rich online, first you have to generate revenue online, real revenue, right? It has to be real. Got to make that real money. And making real revenue requires GRO to focus on your goals, your routines, and your offers. Now, I say that because for me, the big R is real. Once you find that you are really making $100 a day, okay, then go towards 200 a day, 300 a day, 500. If you've already hit 400 a day, then yes, absolutely, 500 a day should be your goal. But if you're not there yet, you've got to make your goal real. It's got to work for you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we put ourselves in spaces where we're putting too much on ourselves too fast. Now, here's the deal. It also depends on what it is that you're selling, right? So number one, how realistic is that revenue goal for you? And number two, what is it that you sell? Now, for example, I'm a web designer, right? I said to you $100 a day is 3,000, 3K, right? An average doesn't mean that's every day. Some days maybe more, some days maybe less, average, right? As a web designer, I sell different service packages. So I can build a website for somebody for 3,000 or 1,500, or do updates for, I'm working on something for a client, updating some pages for him. And I said, okay, 600, right? It varies. Now, two projects at 1,500, that's 3,000, right? It doesn't take 30 days for me to hit 3K, depending on what I sell within that time period. So it's really about, are your goals realistic for you? What exactly are you selling? How many do you need to sell to hit those goals? These all are questions that kind of go into, is that number too high for me? It might not be. It might be perfect for you if you're there, right? It really is about where you are. Okay. That's number one. Number two, organization. How do you get organized? Well, there are a couple of ways to do this intentionally. For me, especially if you're a team of one, I know what that's like, right? When you're a team of one, you really have to be smart with your time. I'm going to give you 3 recommendations. Now, I have something called the Time Savers Toolkit. Okay. I'm going to make sure it's on the Get Back on Track page. So if you go over to usersense.com/GBOT, the Time Savers Toolkit should be somewhere on that page for you to learn about it. Okay. But one of the things I talk about is being in a place where you bulk task or batch your content. So I, for like 3-4 days, knocked out well over 100 videos for TikTok and Reels, right? I was just knocking them out. Little videos, 50 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. I was just doing a ton of recordings. So I batch, and I did that for 3 days. Is mama going to do recordings every day? Absolutely not. Don't have the time to do it. So sometimes you can sit down and set aside time to intentionally do that. Sometime in this summer, I had a 3-day, 3 is a magic number for me, right? Definitely my Schoolhouse Rock days. 3 is a magic number. If y'all don't know Schoolhouse Rock, YouTube it. 3 is a magic number. And at some point this summer, some of my clients came out and worked with me for 3 days, and we mapped out 100 pieces of content, right? And so one of my clients, Dr. Kira, was like, oh my God, LaShonda, this suite is absolutely beautiful. She just finished a photo shoot. And she said, man, you know what, the next time I'm going to do a photo shoot, as opposed to doing it in the house, I think I'm going to do what you just did and get a suite and be intentional. That's what it's all about, right? You may not have every single day to do all of these amazing things, but whether it be coming out and working with somebody, or reserving a hotel room for yourself to do what you need to do, or taking a couple of days, it could be video, it could be writing, whatever the case may be. If you can't do it every single day, reserve some uninterrupted, right? Unapologetic, don't bother me unless the house is on fire time to do what you need to do. Okay. That's one recommendation that I have for you. It works for me. I will intentionally take one task and then focus on that one task. Now, let me tell you something else. on the topic of TikTok and Reels. Not everything gets done simultaneously. And that's something that most people don't understand. And when I say that, I mean this. When it comes to content creation, you may not do all parts in one day. Some days I just sit, I call these clarity sessions. I have them with my clients when we get on calls, and I just brainstorm. I want to do this video, this video, this video, this video, this video, right? And that may take a couple hours. Then another day, when I'm recording, I already know what I'm going to do. So I'm there and I'm just knocking out the content. Some days you're mapping it out. Some days you're actually in the content creation space, right? Where you're recording it. Other days you're in the editing phase. Other days you're in the marketing phase. So you're doing different things in different days. When you find that you in your mind go, okay, today is the day. I'm going to come up with the concept. I'm going to record the videos. I'm going to upload the videos. I'm going to edit the video. When you put too much on your plate too fast, that's when you go, wait. And then you go, wait. So it took me like 5 hours to come up with these 5 videos. I'm tired. I'm not doing this today. And then you feel defeated, right? You feel depleted. So just like I said, when it comes to your revenue goals have to be realistic. Your time management has to be realistic. Carving out either a little time every day or segments of time for a couple of days where you can block out and say, I'm going to do ... super important, right? Another thing that I can say is being intentional when it comes to your time, as far as I don't try to do everything in the kitchen sink. I said to y'all, get back on track. I'm going to be here every night for the next 7 days. So turn on alerts, turn on notifications, tag a couple of friends, say, hey, we getting back on track with LaShonda. Drop GBOT into the comment box. If you still hanging with me, if you're down to do this for the next 7 days, drop GBOT, whether you're live or watching the replay, okay? But point being, there are a lot of things that I can do, but I am intentionally going to be doing a live with you for the next 7 days, right? So think about that. Maybe there are 15 things you want to do. Can you just pick one? And then set a time frame that you're going to do that in. So I may say for the next 3 days, I'm going to work on TikTok and Reels. For the next 7 days, I'm going to do live stream, right? Right now, I'm doing 100 days of check-ins with my clients as part of my Get Black Friday Ready experience. Before that, I was doing 100 days of blog articles. So I pick micro projects, and whether I choose to do them for a few days or 90 or 100 days, I'm just, okay, I'm going to do this one thing. Okay, just make it practical for you. Now, okay, I'm going not a little bit. I'm going a lot off a tangent. Wait. My laptop battery's about to die. So give me 1 second. I'm going a little bit off a tangent. But I do have so many secrets that as a busy mom and a service professional, okay? So not only am I always trying to do my stuff, but my client stuff. And then my son always waits until 6 o'clock in the morning to say, I need this. Can you sign this, and this? Lots of productivity and organization hacks that I've got for you inside the Time Savers Toolkit. So if you don't have it and you want to learn about it, just make sure you go over to sizzlesense.com/GBOT so you can get all the details. And again, all the recommendations that I share with you here, I'll make sure to put there, okay? And all the stuff that I talk about for the next 7 days. I see some of y'all are on Facebook. I'm on Facebook over here. Hey, Motivate Her is on YouTube. Welcome. Hi, guys, on Instagram. I'm not hey, Faye. Thank you. Hey, I don't know what fixed. Thank you, fixed. Okay, did you get some? Oh, I think I know what it is. Hey, Monique. Awesome to see you here, my dear. I wasn't giving Instagram some love, so I'm just trying to pause and check in on different platforms. That's a good question. How much time do you need to spend to get revenue daily? Girl, that's another question for another day. that's a lot to answer. There are a lot of different ways for you to work on your revenue goals. But it really, it's hard for me to say quantitatively how much time a day you should put into your revenue goals, so much as just knowing you're intentionally selling on a daily, if not weekly basis. And you're not always manually selling. A random example is a lot of my emails are on automation, so they automatically go out to my audience, and then I'll talk about something they could purchase. So if somebody sees an email from me that day, I didn't manually send it, but it got through an email newsletter or something, and then they go and buy that thing, and I made money from that. That sales, right? Some days I'll say, oh, I got some affiliate revenue. Affiliate, they tend to pay like every 30 days, right? So I'll be like, oh, that came in through PayPal or Stripe or whatever that day. And so not every day is you manually have to be, have to be is not the way to say it. My grammar is all off. Not every day is you proactively, manually having to say, buy my stuff that day. If you do your due diligence, and you are building up a strong enough digital footprint, people are going to be consuming some aspect of your content in some way. So, for example, I had a client, again, I'm a web and graphics designer. She reached out to me. Shout out to Shakita. Literally reached out to me on Facebook Messenger today. I was like, LaShonda, I need some new graphics. I did a logo, updated a website, and did some graphics for her in 2016. Okay. So I was on my way to go pick up my son from school, and she messaged me and was like, I need some updated graphics. It's time. And I didn't know that was going to happen, but it happens. And so when you're in a space where you're proactively selling, where you're creating content and you're intentional, you're either going to have days where you're manually promoting stuff, or you're going to have days where you're getting revenue because people are reading an email from you, watching a video from you, thinking of you, or, messaging you. So that's why I say it's hard to quantitatively tell you how much time in any given day you should proactively sell. Because once you start to get into a rhythm, a lot of different factors can lead to income. Interestingly enough, Back to Business, which is my annual webinar virtual conference that I'm doing, I've got some amazing speakers. One of the sessions that I'm leading is on multiple income streams. So as I kind of alluded to, whether it's affiliate money or selling products through automation or affiliate marketing or digital products, selling services, diversifying what you sell and where your money is coming in allows you to have that consistent revenue, right? Great questions, by the way. You're on point. You got some awesome questions for me. But that's definitely one of the benefits of jumping on here while I'm live. You can always ask me questions, and I just love to share. I love to share with you guys. So, I'm an open book. Hey, Michelle. Welcome, welcome. So, okay. I get excited when y'all ask me questions and I get off on tangent. But let's reset the room. Let's reset the room. As I said, number one, for the next 7 days, I'm going to be on here checking in with you guys as part of the Get Back on Track experience. If you feel like you've been in a season of depression, of debt, of distraction, of depletion, of delays, whatever the case may be, right? If you've been in a D season, right? If you graded the last couple of seasons or the last season you've been in your life and in your business, you're like, capital D. I give this thing a D. I give it a serious D. It's time to give it an S, right? No, not an S, but an A. It's time to get yourself in a space where you feel like you are accomplishing the things that you're needing to do. You are feeling accepted. You are feeling accelerated, like you're moving forward. It's trying to go from D to A, right? Which is why I'm jumping on here, so I can motivate you guys and get you feeling accomplished and accountable for the next 7 days. So today, day one, is about getting Black Friday ready. Identify the goals that you want for yourself, set deadlines, what you want to do, when you want to do it. Then I said to you, out of curiosity, and I don't know how many days at this point, I think we're in 40s till Black Friday. Somebody could actually Google how many days until Black Friday and then pop that into the chat so that I can see, right? Maybe you want to launch something on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, whatever the case may be, okay? Big Kwanzaa. Google will tell you how long you got to get your ish together. Okay. Set your deadlines and get clear. Today, I also shared the 100 challenge. Be very intentional with your days. Work towards being able to proactively generate on average $100 a day in profit, reach at least 100 people a day in some way, your marketing and your sales, through automation, through manual, through content creation. And then when it comes to content creation, work on your first or your next 100 pieces of content, right? I'm doing 7 days worth of lives, creating stuff for Facebook, for Twitter, for your blog, for podcast. Create content so you're building up a digital footprint. So if I or anybody else was to Google your name, we wouldn't find somebody with the same name, right? You would dominate because, of course, some of us have people who have, believe it or not, there's another LaShonda Henry on Facebook. I was like, Facebook, somebody took my page. And they were like, no. There is another LaShonda Henry. She does exist. This is a real person. I'm sorry. No. But yeah, you want to be able to dominate your name, your brand, your image, which means strengthen your digital footprint, right? If I go online and I Google you and it's crickets and I don't see things that I need to see, you're not doing what you need to do to work on your ABCs, building your authority, your authenticity, building your brand visibility, building your buzz, your credibility, right? All the A's, all the B's, all the C's. You want to be able to do that consistently. Strengthen your digital footprint. You got to do that. You got to do that. And again, like I said before, when we talked about time management for a couple of minutes ago, I said, I don't necessarily do all the things every day. Okay. I'm not, one of those digital marketers that I am an organic marketer. I do not put hundreds or thousands or millions of dollars into advertising. I don't have a social media team. I intentionally work on batching my time. And sometimes I may be quiet. I may not do lives, but that don't mean I'm quiet. I ain't doing nothing. I'm doing client calls. I'm doing weekly webinars. I'm doing my podcast. So I find one or two platforms to dig into, and then I'll move into another one. So each of them has a little bit of me. I spent, I think 10 days. I did a challenge about a month or two ago. For 10 days, I did 10 videos a day on TikTok. So 100 videos in 10 days on TikTok. It was really challenging, but I give myself these personal challenges so that I have something specific and practical and tangible to work towards. And guess what? I stopped for a couple of weeks. I haven't been doing as many TikToks and Reels, but every day I'm like, oh, new follower, new message, new comment, because that digital footprint has been laid. Okay. So don't feel like you have to overextend or overspend. You just have to be strategic and intentional with your time. Okay. My Instagram, that might die. I'm sorry. Because my battery is really low on the device that's on this side. So let me wrap it up. Let me wrap up the conversation for today. Anything extra that I want to say and or share with you, as I mentioned before, I will post on the page, sistersense.com/GBOT. I also have what's called the Get Back on Track bundle. It's an opportunity for you to get quite a few of the resources that I've recently put together, as well as the upcoming trainings that I'm doing. I'm doing the Back to Business conference. It's a full virtual conference day. Okay. This is the 12th year. We've got some amazing speakers. So Back to Business is coming up. Print Your Profits 2-day weekend webinar workshop is coming up. They're all virtual, so you can sit and work with me and my community in your pajamas and get it all done. There's Get Black Friday Ready. There's the Time Saver Toolkit. There's the TikTok and Reels Challenge. Lots of goodies in the Get Black Friday bundle. But again, absolutely free. I'm going to be checking in with y'all on the lives every day. My goal is to jump on here at 7 p.m. EST every day. But don't be mad at me because I got on here at like 8:10, 8:15. I'm a late girl, so it may be a couple of minutes, but I'm gonna get my ish together. I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it to work. So okay, that's it for today, y'all. Go forth, work on your Black Friday goals, get intentional about what you want to create, when you're going to create it, how you're going to get started, where you're going to get started. I do have more that I can talk about as far as Get Black Friday is concerned. That is inside the Get Back on Track experience. But of course, as I'm live, feel free to ask me any questions. You can always also email me. You can email sistasense@gmail.com, number one. Number two, when you're on the sistasense.com website, click the gray tab on the right to send me a voice message. If you want to send me a private voice message, it's 90 seconds long, and you can say a lot in 90 seconds. And or go to sistasense.com/call me to schedule a one-on-one, right? Whether it be 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes, or even 3 hours. If you want to just sit and check in with me so we can talk privately, we can make that happen. Okay. So sistasense.com/call me, number one. Just go into Sister Sense and leaving me a voice message, number two, or a simple email, a DM, number three, sistasense@gmail. I'm here. I've been doing this for 20 years. I ain't going nowhere. So feel free to check in any way you choose. And of course, even though I'm wrapping up today's live, if you're catching me on the replay side, you can always just leave a comment as you're watching this as well. And I come back and check the comments on these live videos too. So, okay. Mwah. Enjoy the rest of your evening. That's all I got to say to you tonight. Day 2 coming up tomorrow. Bye.